What's going on, everybody? This is your boy, Sports Dr. Spock, and the guys on Inside the NBA were speaking on the harsh relationship between the Golden State Warriors and actually one of their better players who they use pretty sparingly, Jonathan Kuminga. Now that Jimmy Butler is hurt, Kuminga should start getting more minutes, but is the relationship already between the Warriors and Kuminga already has it already been destroyed? Let's listen to see what the fellas think about this.
Piling up now. We saw Giannis last night.
Well, hopefully, those kind of injuries like Giannis, like Kuminga, they're not lingering in long. Unfortunate with Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because the Warriors, felt they may not be a championship team, but they felt they were a playoff team that could really do some damage with a guy like Jimmy Butler. Because now you don't have that second scorer that's consistently can get that second, just create double teams. The one thing about Jimmy Butler is he's a guy who creates double teams, and when you have a shooter like Steph, then Steph is much more free. And as good as Kuminga is, he doesn't, at this stage of his career, he hasn't created double teams. So now Steph will have to work harder based on the fact that Jimmy Butler being hurt.
Very unfortunate for Jimmy, but, fortunate for Kuminga. Now he now gets to showcase what he's able to do. I don't know what the problem is between him and Steve, but a lot of times when I watch him, he is a very active player. He plays well. So
I've never seen him, and I've seen him play a few times. So always played pretty good when I've seen him. I don't really understand why he's not playing more. But this is Steve Kerr is the same guy who didn't play Jason Tatum in the Olympics. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Steve sometimes and some of the decisions he makes, especially when it comes to player personnel. But
now he gets to showcase what he do. So now,
well, before the injury at least. Yes. I mean, because now he's hurt, and so
So now Golden State has to make a decision: do we keep him or do we trade him?
What you laughing at?
Man, that relationship is over. I mean, listen, number one, it's really unfortunate that Jimmy Butler got hurt because he's a terrific guy and a terrific player. The Kuminga thing is over.
He's going to be playing now, Chuck. He might be happy now.
It don't even matter. That relationship is over. He's only playing because Jimmy got hurt, but the relationship is over.
Why do you think they didn't play him?
They must don't think he can play.
No, I'm saying do you think he can play?
I don't know. I haven't seen enough of him. Let me tell you something.
I've seen enough of him, I believe that the dude can hoop. What do you guys think? Do you guys think Jonathan Kuminga can play? What are you guys up there? How do you guys up in the Bay, San Francisco, Oakland, or wherever the Golden State Warriors are playing these days? How do you guys feel about Jonathan Kuminga?
I don't remember you saw him last year, and remember in the playoffs when you had Steph for only one game against Minnesota, he was their leading scorer in that playoff series.
That don't matter, because what I mean by that is, Ernie, they know him better than anybody. When they did not extend him, like all the other rookies were extended, then he had the contentious contract negotiations. They didn't want to pay him. And like I say, we on the outside looking in, they know something that they don't, and they only signed him for 1 year.
They view something that they might not be accurate as well. But
on the outside, they don't want him.
Yeah, outside looking in,
they don't want him.
Shaq, would you?
He don't want to be there.
That he is a player that is just in the wrong system, because he's not a stand-up three-point shooter, wait in the corner type of guy. So if you have a team that is going like Golden State plays like a tornado instead of direct at baskets. They stay on the perimeter and they play like a tornado. He's a driver slasher, full court player. So I just think it's style of play.
I mean, I would agree with that, but I like how aggressive he is. I like how consistent he is. He's just.
With Jimmy Butler gone, he can do a lot of the things that Jimmy Butler does, because Jonathan Kuminga can also defend and rebound. Something that Jimmy Butler helped you do while he was healthy. I think they didn't want to sign him because they had Jimmy Butler. I think if Jimmy Butler doesn't go there, they're a lot nicer to Jonathan Kuminga, and they'll try to make it to where he does fit, because that team is changing. That team is changing. No more Clay. Draymond, who is still very good, but he needs more help. As far as he's very good defensively, and he's a good glue guy. He's a good enforcer. But as far as basketball skills, Kuminga is better than even Draymond. Whatever.
No, he plays well, but he's not a three-ball shooter. I would like to see him with Spurs.
Ooh.
Team like the Spurs. We cut and slash.
Mm-hmm. But listen, the relationship is over. You make the best deal. The biggest loser in the whole thing is Steph, because they were not because they were not contenders. Now Steph is going to finish the last part of his career on a mediocre team, and that's the thing that's disheartening about it. Because, like I say, they were not contenders, but they were a solid team.
Yeah, and I think on the
he ain't got to be, because even with my team, the Detroit Pistons, 2 years ago they won 14 games, and so far this year, after about 50 games, they're in first place in the whole Eastern Conference with a 4-game lead, with maybe only 2 All-Stars. 1 All-Star starter for sure in Cade Cunningham, and we pretty much think Jalen Duren will be an All-Star reserve. So it don't have to be bad his whole career. They just got to make some decent moves. As controversial as this seems, I think they need a new coach.
Kuminga thing, I think it's really important and you've kind of gone this way. We're not around that team every day. We don't see what's going on. We don't know what the dynamic is. But I know
Kuminga can help
there were
that
enough
team, though.
DNP CDs piled up in there for Kuminga that you said something ain't right.
And like I say, I hate when television.
We don't know, but he's better than some of them guys playing.
Oh, no doubt.
But he got more talent. That don't mean he fit into their system, to piggyback on your point. But I always hate guys on television or the public like, well, this guy can do. I says, no, they're there every day. They don't want Jonathan Kuminga. If they wanted him, they would have took up his rookie thing, and they wouldn't have gave him a hard time trying to, because he only is on a 1-year deal with an option. But they didn't want to do that.
Can I end it on this?
Sure.
The reason we know he's a good player because we're talking about him. There's a lot of guys in the league right now that's sitting on the bench getting DNP CDs, and we're not saying anything about them. But there's a reason that we're talking about him, because when he is on the floor, he is productive.
We've seen those flashes.
And so we're seeing the productivity that you have to garnish and you have to do as well. Yeah. So that's the only reason we're talking about him, because we see we see that he has productivity.
Yeah, but we've seen he got talent.
I've never seen him on the court and not be productive.
But I'm saying, though, I'm saying we know he's got, because, I was a big Kuminga fan. I said that.
Can he rebound? Can he defend? Can he score?
Yes.
Yes.
It's not hard. Yes. The Warriors, what do the Warriors need?
All of the 3 that he just said.
And they don't do it. They don't play him.
Scoring, rebounding.
And like I say, that's up to Steve Kerr and Mike Dunleavy. It's something they don't like.
Yeah, that's something they don't like.
Getting us started today, New York Knicks, Philadelphia.
So what do you guys think about that? He's, like they said, they need somebody to rebound and defend, and somebody that can actually push the break a little bit for them. But they're not even rebounding and defending are good enough to really run. This is your boy, the Sports Dr. Spock, Mickey Coleman. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video. Let me know what y'all think about the Kuminga Golden State Warriors situation. And let's have a discussion in the comments section. Is this a relationship that can be fixed now that Jimmy Butler is gone? Will he stay there, even though he don't want to, and they don't seem to want him? Or will he go, which will be the most likely situation? I don't know if they're going to trade him or what they can get for him or not, or will they get what they need for him.